slash to 5%. What does it mean for the industry and Escorts Kubota in particular? Let's try to understand that from Mr. Bharat Madan, Time Director and CFO of the company. Very good morning, Mr. Madan, and thank you so much for your time. And firstly, the announcement on GST reset. We all know this will be a welcome move, but help us understand the impact of it in the demand that could be likely, because you were expecting that the second half will be a little subdued. So on the back of this, what sort of a demand push is likely in the near and the long term, and which regions do you believe will help the most?
Yeah, thank you for having me. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I think as you rightly mentioned, so this rate cut will have a positive impact on the demand. So as it is, the industry was going positive and we're expecting 4 to 7% growth for the industry in this year, which was prior to the rate cut. And now post rate cut, hopefully the second half will see a good demand momentum coming in from the farmer side. So we definitely think this will help. I think the demand will be now much better compared to what it was earlier. It may have had a double-digit growth for the industry in this year. So let's see. It's difficult to guess how much will be the really exact impact on this, but the amount of cut which has been there is substantial. I think 7% will translate to almost 40 to 60,000 rupees per tractor impact for the farmers, which is huge, I think, from any standard. So we expect it should be a very good boost for the demand, on the tractor side.
Absolutely. Demand, of course, being one angle of it. But Mr. Madan, how much of the pass-through and the price cut is likely to be passed on?
So most likely, I don't think anyone is going to retain this. Most of the OEMs, we feel, will pass on 100% of the benefit to the market. With the industry has been under the inventory duty structure earlier, and now with the cut in the input taxes also, and the input costs has also been going to go down. But still, it may remain under inventory duty structure, but the incidence of inversion will come down significantly from where it was earlier. So that's a positive move for the industry also, but this will have a positive impact on the working capital as far as the companies are concerned. At the same time, we'll be able to pass on more or less the entire benefit to the farmers community.
But Mr. Madan, the other concerning factor for the auto industry overall, but help us with your perspective on the tractor segment, is what happens to the compensation cess that is already in the books, because industry players have been seeking some clarity on that with respect to the inventory that is still lying. And from today to 22nd of September, what could of an impact it can make?
Sure. There's no compensation cess. That is more for the automobile industry. So really on our company or industry, there will be no impact of this change. But definitely for auto industry, there may be some impact. But I think it's best for them to talk about how they're going to handle it. I think as for the transition period is concerned, definitely there will be some issues on the transition side, especially from now till 22nd September, where the demands will remain subdued. Consumers will prefer to defer the buying decision. So there will be some impact on the volume which may happen in this month. But I think if you look at from a mid-term perspective or long-term perspective, this is a very positive move from the government side. And this benefit will definitely impact the demand positively and give some shot to the economy. Consumption will likely get a good boost.
Right. So, Mr. Madan, what does it do to your numbers? Back of the envelope calculations, because you've maintained your mid to high single-digit growth guidance for the tractor industry in FY26. Now with the GST cut, would you revise the target upwards?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, this will have a positive momentum. I think after 22nd September, especially it's coming in the season time. So obviously there's some concern on the ration side because the supply chain will have some impact in terms of building the stocks with the channel, which probably will get delayed now. So some impact to the volume temporarily, but I think overall for the full year, we expect the overall guidance will only improve from where it was earlier.
All right, but Mr. Madan, at present, what sort of a demand that you are getting to see on ground? Because of the rains, we believe that some of the agrochemical players, some of the rural-related players, they are getting to have an impact right now. If you can give us some sense there, and going forward because of this GST reset, which regions do you believe can help you the most?
Last month, as you've seen, I think the Western market had done very well in August, especially with the festive season. This was the early start of the festive season. It started from August itself. So we saw very good growth coming in, and the industry has shown about the 27-28% last month. And now I think this same trend will continue from September, October, even though, like you said, on the wholesale and retail volume, temporarily there may be some impact in September, but probably will catch up, I think, in October. So overall, it will still be a positive, momentum for the industry.
Okay, Mr. Madan, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining in today.
Thank you.
Okay, let's just move on. Let's just revisit what the market is up to before we move forward.